people feel proud of what they got. So I travel with my talking drum anywhere in this world. Anywhere I'm going, either I'm performing, I'm not performing, I'm going there with
So in the course of your doing, do you have a connection with the youth that you normally go close to how to convince them to join the traditions?
Yeah, so we have a music school at the Lorry Village.
Okay.
That is free and teaching kids how to play our local drum.
Wow.
So either you're from the Long family or you are not from the Long family, you need to know the rhythms.
So assuming if you are not part of the Lunsi family and you have a feeling to join the Lunsi family, how do you do?
There is something that you can never play like the person that was born into, but it's something that you can learn it. There's a part of our culture that is you can teach it to anybody, or the drumming part of it that you can teach it, because we play some rhythms that also are not the Gombes rhythms.
Exactly.
Kondolea are not the Gombes rhythms. Samandunia are not the Gombes rhythms. So those things are takai, those things are something you can teach to somebody who is interested in dancing, because when they get out there, they need to know how to drum and dance. So if he doesn't have those skills, our culture went to sleep, because he can't teach it 100% what it's supposed to be. So for me, that's what I see. I see so many people out there in Europe, in America, that they are limited in our culture, but they could have gone up there. So I don't want the young generation to have that limited. I want to share whatever I have to teach them. I might not be the one to take you out there, but I pray that when you get a chance to go out there in Europe or America, you should be able to have a tool that they need your service.
Right. So tell us more about tonight's show, your preparation.
Yes, I'm getting ready to play this show. I want to give my best for my hometown.
So what's the time given?
The time is 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. But definitely we start. Definitely 8 p.m. the doors are open and everything, music will be going on.
So tell us your last one, so wrap up and say goodbye to our listeners.
That I want to say that our music is very important for our people. It does not judge that you are young or grown up or kid. It's all age music, because the music that teaches to be right and to move forward with positive vibration. That's why that kind of music that I play, because I grew up with elders and there's a lot of wisdom from them and it's good for us to know that.
Right, folks, Mr. Aledi, we thank you so much for passing through this morning on Kesmionline.
Thank you.
We would love to have you in our subsequent show.
Thank you so much.
When the need arises, when we need your service here in this particular network, we appreciate you for joining us. We are grateful and thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Pastor, what is that now? What is that? Oh, no. And now I'm not saying you're going to go. Saying come na can be a second year old. Fucking be telling me. No, c'est ma oui, moi ça va que tu dis. Moi j'ai pas.
Aku good man. In the interview I chance man.
Pull the mic.
It's because of the interview.
Oh, Baba Chairman is around there, or is Obel? Baba Chairman.
Obvious, some
Possible. The show. We'll first take a look at the commission of Tamale interchange yesterday. You already saw that particular development, big man. But I wouldn't allow you to go controversial this morning.
It's not an interchange.
Round the camera.
Oh. 107.1 FM X station Kesmi Radio Gumani Tamale is 57 minutes past 8. If you're tuning, this is Kesmi Morning, and I have with me in the studio for us to take a look at the issues this morning. Mr. Yewusa, aka the best teacher, a member of NDC Regional Communication Team here in Northern Region. And with that much ado, let me welcome for us to kickstart the conversation. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Director.
How are you?
I'm good, too.
It's been what?
I tell you.
So how's it going?
We are just managing it day by day. You know, we can't complain that much. Since there's God, there's hope. You understand? With all the difficulties that we are facing as a people of this country, we still will give thanks and praise to the Almighty God for giving us life. So God, we thank you for the life you've given us. Let me say good morning to you and the entire establishment of Kesmi.
Very well.
And a good morning to my regional chairman, Alaji Mobla, and the entire regional executives. Tamale Central Chairman FK is the chairperson. I say good morning to him and all the consensus executives. To all branch executives across the Tamale Central 18 wards, I say good morning to you.
And they are listening to you this morning.
And I urge them to keep the fire burning at the branch level for us to get rid of this super duper incompetent, most corrupt and
I understand you will be doing your branch level lessons, right?
We'll be doing it very soon.
When is the time?
The timetable is yet to be released, but very soon it will be released by the National Secretariat so that we go accordingly. You know, we are a very disciplined party. We don't do things before the order comes. And this is a very disciplined party.
We make sure to do
we
very
follow the
very
laws.
accurate way.
That is it. We obey our leaders, follow their instructions, and make sure that whatever they ask us to do, we do it accordingly. It's a very organized party. It's a democracy. That's why the name is National Democratic Congress.
All right.
We are Democrats. So we'll do it very soon. It will be announced. I don't want to jump the gun by telling you when and how we'll do it, because I'm not in the position to do that now. So we'll do it very soon.
Best teacher, Tamale Interchange yesterday was commissioned by the president.
First of all,
your ladies.
First of all, let's get the difference. You see, I can understand the MPP when they call this an interchange, because in the first place they don't even know what review means. Because when your mama said free teachers near to the review, they said review means cancel. So to them, they have their own lexicon or dictionary that gives them different meanings of the English words given to us by the Queen. They have different meanings to English words given to us by the Queen of England. So to them, review means cancel. So again, a flyover to them is an interchange. But I beg them, they should call their counterparts in Accra and Kumasi to look at interchanges over there, like the Pokwasi interchange, the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange, Akwaji interchange, all these interchanges. They should look at them and compare them to what we have in Tamale here and tell me whether it is qualified to be called an interchange. Look, this is an overpass or a flyover, fine, but that is not an interchange. They should stop deceiving themselves. There's a difference between an interchange and a flyover. This is a flyover they've given to Tamale people. And Shehu, let me just give you the background. You see, if you want to know the exact thing that we're supposed to do for Tamale Central, this is not what we're supposed to do for them. Instead of saying the honorable member who left before Mutala came in, told the whole world the plan and the design for the Tamale interchange. This is not what we plan to do for Tamale people. What was on paper was a real interchange. In Daban, we say the one with the Gwelma, that was what we're going to do for Tamale people. It was to begin from Samuel Jingle, the regional Central Mosque, and then land in front of the Ahmadiyya Mosque. Today, where has it landed? It has landed even before the PK Gombela store. Before the Gombela store. But the original design was to land in front of the Ahmadiyya Mosque. See how far the distance would have been. Very good. All the houses just by the side of the road were to be cleared. Compensation duly paid. You understand? And there were supposed to be other roads linking to the main road. They have not done all this. They just think that they can deceive the people of Tamale by giving us anything. They think they can just deceive us by giving us anything. We deserve better. We deserve better. So, if it is a flyover that they wanted to give us, we thank them for that. But I tell you, if you cannot afford petrol or diesel, that flyover will be useless to you. If you cannot afford the ticket to Kumasi, to Bolga, to Savulugu, to Kumbungu, to Yapi, to Yeji, because you must first of all be in a car or on a motorbike to feel the road, is that not it? You can't buy the ticket to any of these destinations. Is the road useful to you? You are even hungry, you can't buy food. What's the use of the road for you? I remember in this country under John Mahama, when he was busy constructing roads everywhere in the country, the MPP came out and told us that they didn't eat roads. Today we eat flyovers, right? Do we eat flyovers today? We don't eat flyovers. You understand? And again, why didn't they go and dig a fresh road, dig out the bad soil, tar that road, and then put a flyover over it? They came to Tamale Central, where the roads were already constructed by the NDC and tarred nicely. Then they put the flyover over the roads that were constructed by the NDC. You understand? So the MPP is like Binasanjaro, Benyarmapa. They will not begin something by themselves. They will come and put it on top of what NDC has done. You understand? So we can clap for them for giving us a flyover, but that is not an interchange. The difference must be stated clearly. And that is what I seek to do here now. So,
but it has made known to the general public it's an interchange.
You know,
and most of our papers this morning carry it as an interchange. And
course,
today, some part of the society claim that it's not an interchange, as we just mentioned. It's a flyover.
Yes, you know, majority of Ghanaians are illiterate. You understand? And don't blame them for taking it as an interchange, because the NPP is very great at doing propaganda. They believe in deception and lies. That is why we are where we are today. And I tell you, lies and that is what the NPP is good at doing. So we know them for who they are. One of them warned us. Jerry Rawlings warned us against these people. But I don't know why some Ghanaians still think that these people are good people. They do nothing but telling lies and deception. And all they care about is enriching themselves and making the poor poorer. So you see how the masses are poor today.
Yeah.
Only few people in government and family and friends are rich.
Really?
Yes. Only the Foriatas, the Nanados, the family and friends, they are the rich people in Ghana today. The rest of us are very poor. That is why even about 56.4% of the NPP following across the country said they didn't like the e-levy. You understand? So these people, we know them for who they are. They are good at telling lies. But I thank God that Nanado has become president of this country. If Nanado did not succeed in becoming president of this country, one day Ghanaians will sit down and say that, oh, our Messiah was Nanado, but we didn't give him a chance to come. Today he has come. We have seen his full length. He can no longer deceive anybody in this country. He has been exposed big time.
Really?
Yes. If I take their policies one by one from 2016 and 2017 up to today, you see that they fail woefully. 631 policies.
Nanado has done nothing for Ghanaian people as a president.
When I say, if I will not be fair if I say he has done nothing, but what he has done compared to what we have given him is abysmal. There's a saying that to whom much is given, much is what? Expected. Nanado has borrowed over 232 billion cedis in 5 years. Only borrowed money. He has spent 42.8 billion on all his flagship programs in the last 5 years. less than 50 billion on all his flagship programs for the last 5 years. Where is the rest of the almost 200 billion borrowed money? Where is it? You understand? Where is the money he has generated internally from our oil fund? Where is that money? Every year we get about $1.5 billion from our oil. John Mama used 56.4 billion and discovered 2 more wells for Ghana, making it 3. Ghana inherited 3 oil wells, each giving us about $500 million a year. PIAC report says that finance minister cannot account for our oil money 4 years consecutively. Where is the money? So these people, when they come back and tell you that, oh, give us e-levy, we will account for it, they are lying, because they have failed to account in the past for all money we've given them. 4 years. PIAC report says that finance minister has failed to account for our oil money in 4 years consecutively. So what makes you think that he can account for our e-levy that they want to pass on us forcefully? So these people are fake. They are fake people. They are not Democrats. They are pseudo-democrats. They are fake Democrats. They pretend to be who they are not. And when you give them time, they are fully exposed, like they are exposed today.
Very well. 107.1 FM X station, Kesmi Radio. We are live in Gumani, Tamale. I've been speaking to Mr. Yahuza, a best teacher, a member of MDC communication team here in Northern Region. And don't forget, this show is brought to you by Ken Kentisi of Republic Bank. Republic Bank presents the Art of Banking competition. Showcase your creativity to win a whopping sum of $2,000 plus having your art piece display in Republic Bank space around the world. Here is how to enter. Choose one of the Republic Bank product or service selected for the competition and create your art piece and run the team. Rise start account from your RST account out in the world and mortgage fund at home. Digital banking freedom through technology. Send your art piece to www.republicpromotion.com/art of banking. Follow all Republic Bank social media pages for more details or www.republicghana.com. Teachers and students apply. Be the next speaker so by showcasing your creativity. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. If you tune in, you listen to the review segment of the show on Kesmi Morning. Straight from now to 10 is ultimate duty pleasure being with you on radio. It's 9 minutes past 9. Teacher,
yes, sir.
Let's take a look at the e-levy.
All right. You see,
with all that I was struggling in Parliament with the minority,
yes,
at long last that something is wrong, and understand they have to take it to court.
yes.
So tell us more about your side of the passing the e-levy.
You see, so like I stated earlier, these NPP people, and especially Nanado's NPP, you know, currently we have been told by the NPP themselves that we have 2 kinds of NPP.
Really?
Yes.
We have 2 kinds of NPP.
Yes. That they have
But
experienced
how do you get to know so? Because you're not part of them.
The NPP are telling us that this is not their NPP, that this is not their elephant.
Sure.
Yeah, that the Woggu for NPP was the Kufuor Woggu, that the Nanado's Woggu is not their Woggu. They are telling us this, and it is clear for you and I to see. Look at Nanado's NPP. For 5 years, he has failed to do reshuffle. He is still keeping the family and friends as ministers and ministers of state.
And what about if he sees them to be a very good material to them?
Which of them is good? Is it the agri minister that has lied that a bundle of a bunch of plantain is 4 cedis when it is selling at 35 cedis? Is it the agri minister who said that we export food when we are rather importing food into this country? Is it the agri minister who said that tomatoes are no longer imported into Ghana when we are importing thousands of tons of tomato into this country? Today, rice importation has tripled. And the NDC was about $500 million a year. Today is about 1.5 billion every year importation of rice.
Really?
Yes. Go and check. Under John Mama and the NDC, we used to import 31,000 metric tons of maize into this country every year. Today it is over 51,000 tons of metric tons of maize into Ghana every year under their watch. So these people, when they tell you that you should scratch their back and they will scratch your back, be careful. they will hit you with a metal bar and run away. That's the kind of people we have. So we should never believe them. You see, about the e-levy, Parliament as a house, before they go into sitting, like tomorrow's sitting, they will showcase to them the order of business for the house tomorrow. They will itemize the agenda or every issue that will be discussed or tabled in Parliament on the order paper and share it among the members of Parliament before the next day comes. Yesterday, the day before yesterday rather, the order paper for yesterday did not carry anything on e-levy. But the minority got wind of the fact that these people were trying to smuggle the e-levy into the discussion yesterday. So the minority decided to stay around Accra and never move away. Yes. Only God knows how this government managed. And the courts asked that our member of parliament for Asin North, Honorable Jesse, should appear in court. Jesse should appear in person in court. How they asked the court to do that, only God knows. Because still, how can that be that coincidental that the day that our MP is appearing in court, that is the day they will smuggle in the e-levy bill in Parliament and forcefully approve it? Why? How can that coincidentally happen? You understand? It was calculated and pre-planned by the MPP government. Yes. They brought it to Parliament. At the time that they brought it to Parliament, they were less than 138 members of Parliament. Adjo Safo is still out of Ghana. She's still in the
do you know something? Do you know what Rasmuba is saying this morning? That the minority has no excuse to allow approval email.
That's his opinion. Just like opinions are like onions. Everybody has one. You see, so that's what he has. That's his opinion. But what is the law? What did the Supreme Court rule on regarding quorum in Parliament? And that is what is more important than anybody's mindset. We are dealing with law. Ghana is a country governed by rules and laws. So it's a law that we deal with. Just about a month and 2 weeks ago, about 6-7 weeks ago, the Supreme Court ruled on this same matter. When the NDC used 137 members of Parliament to reject the budget, do you remember? Very good. The Supreme Court ruled that the NDC needed 138 members of Parliament to reject the budget and not 137 members, because we have 275 members of Parliament and more than half of it will be 138. So that we couldn't have used our 137 to reject the budget. That was the Supreme Court ruling. Good. Today or yesterday, when they presented the bill in Parliament, after all the arguments from the minority and the strong arguments they made on the floor of the House, they rejected. They wanted to table the motion. So the minority decided to walk out with their 137, a 136 rather, because one was in court. So the minority moved out of Parliament with their 136 because they did not want to add their numbers to the 136 of the majority to give them a quorum. So that was a strategic walkout staged by the minority, and I salute them for that. If they had stayed in Parliament, today the NPP will be arguing that they were more than 138 in Parliament when the bill was put. Very good. So the minority decided to walk out with their 136 minus one who was in court to answer questions on his constituency. The majority, Adjo Safo was not there, so minus one. Then again, one of the MPs who is hospitalized, the chieftaincy minister, was also not in Parliament. So the majority was also minus 2 members of Parliament yesterday in Parliament. So they were also 136 members of Parliament in the House, plus the independent too. So I give them 136 plus the independent. Minus the independent, they will be 135. But I'm adding the independent to make them 136 in Parliament. Adjo Safo away in the US, the chieftaincy minister hospitalized. I learned later that they brought him with an ambulance, and the ambulance was parked outside, and he was lying inside the ambulance. The chieftaincy minister, that he was in an ambulance parked outside Parliament, and the 136 of the MPP were inside the Parliament House. debating. So let's granted that the hospitalized minister MP was also part of the house. They will be what? 137. It means they will still not form a quorum of what? 138 to pass the e-levy. So how did they pass the e-levy? That is why the minority led by Haruna Idrisu says that the passing of the e-levy was unconstitutional and was a mere charade. It was a joke. It was the biggest joke in March 2022 because Supreme Court is still existing. They have ruled that to form a quorum with 275 members of parliament, you needed more than half, 138. They were not up to 138. So how did they form a quorum to pass e-levy yesterday? Remember when we rejected the budget with our 137, we argued that the 138 members of parliament of the MPP were present in parliament but decided to walk out. So on the register, they were all present. Supreme Court said that no, they should be present and voting to be counted as a quorum. They should be present and voting. So if the minority has stayed in parliament, they would have been part of the numbers to form a quorum for this MPP to pass their e-levy. So the walkout was a very good step. It was a very good thing to take. What's the name? Rasul Barak is not a lawyer.
A former member of parliament.
He's not a lawyer, and he's just speaking from his own mind. But I know and I trust in the judgment of our minority leader and his people. And what they did
and look at this
perfect.
one.
Yes.
Put the questions now. How Chairman Sabo should pressure Bagwin to act.
Very good. So when they were walking out, Chairman Sabosi didn't want them to leave the chamber before the question was posed by the speaker. So he was pushing the speaker. Speaker, they are still in the chamber. Put the question. And speaker also delayed in putting the question.
He refused.
He refused to put the question because if the speaker had put the question,
know the consequences.
Very good.
Up the...
If he had put the question while they were still in the floor of the house or in the chamber, they would have been counted as part of quorum.
Okay.
Yes, but the speaker also decided to reject
the speaker was a smart to send that.
Of course, he's a lawyer.
Allow the minority to cheat his intelligence.
That is it. He is also a lawyer, a renowned lawyer. Remember, Bagwin told the whole world that they, as lawyers, did not get law cheap, like how those in the southern part of Ghana got it cheap. That he had to uproot granules and sell granules to become a lawyer.
Sure.
Or that's similar in the lawyer. So law they are good lawyers. They are lawyers of high repute. So he knew the consequences of putting the question while the minority were still on the floor of the house. So he refused to put the question and allowed the minority to state their walkout before the question was put. Denying the majority formation of quorum with the presence of the minority. So yesterday they did not form a quorum. So how come they passed e-levy into law? So that's why the minority they've applied to the court to put a stay of execution on that bill, so that Nana Akufo-Addo cannot go and assent to the bill to make it a law. No. Okay. So currently as we speak, Nana Akufo-Addo is in Accra. He cannot sign the bill into law. Remember, when Parliament passes a bill and
according to the majority,
it has to go to
currently they are waiting for the president to sign.
That's why I'm saying that the minority has gone to court to put a stay of execution on the bill. So the president cannot assent or sign the bill into law. That's what I'm telling you.
Very well.
And all listeners.
So the
president cannot do anything about it.
Kesmi Radio Extra Station, Gumani Tamale Vicino, one extra edition of Kesmi Morning. Akufo-Addo expected to address the nation in accordance with Article 67. Akufo-Addo said to update Ghanaians on the state of the nation. This morning, March 30th, President the State of the Nation address SONA in Parliament after postponement. The address would done persuasion of Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. Akufo-Addo scheduled date for the nation address has on 2 occasions been postponed, with the last being on March 3. Akufo-Addo will be expected to present his plans for the next 3 years of his government.
Yes. So
why is this State of Nation address? It looks like it has kept so long.
Yes.
What happened?
Because we have a lawless president. This president is very lawless. He doesn't believe in the law.
You are a lawyer.
Very good. So he's a lawless president. And no wonder people are questioning his law background. No wonder. Why do I say he's lawless? This is a president who came out and announced that anybody can burn excavators on site without verifying whether they were doing galamsey or they were concessionary miners or they were miners who had the licenses to mine. And because of his lawless statement of burning excavators, government of Ghana was charged to pay millions of cedis or dollars to people whose excavators were burnt on site. Kweku Baku published this in his papers. Yes, government of Ghana incurs judgment debt for burning excavators on site. Why are we paying that judgment debt? Because Nana Akufo-Addo gave a lawless instruction, and they burnt people's excavators only to be told and known that those excavators were not doing illegal mining. We use our taxpayers' money to pay those judgment debt. So this is a lawless precedent. Are you not surprised that today Ghanaian military men in uniform are those who go to guard or protect illegal Chinese galamseyers doing galamsey in our water bodies and in our environment, destroying our vegetation in this country?
Your source of this information.
Joy News, they have the video. Military men in uniform protecting Chinese illegal miners at galamsey site. Joy News, they play the video. It is there. Even if I Google, I will get it for you. That is the president where we have a lawless president. This is the same president who said that the slap of Sam George by Double was justified because Sam George provoked Double. There's nowhere in our law that says that when you are provoked, beat people. But President Akufo-Addo justified the slap of a member of parliament, a lawmaker, because he was provoked. That is how lawless this president can be.
So your expectation on this?
Look, it is a constitutional mandate for the president to address the state, telling her the state of the nation every year.
So that's what do you expect the president?
Why did he decide to delay it on 2 occasions? Because he has nothing to tell the people of this country. The state of this nation is chaotic, is poor, is corrupt, is unemployment, is overborrowing, is a worsened city, is a useless city. It is unprecedented levels of petroleum prices. It is the unprecedented level of unemployment. It is an unprecedented level of family and friends government. It is unprecedented level of corruption. It is an unprecedented state of nation where we have unprecedented number of presidential staffers. It is a state of nation where we will have unprecedented quantum of money being allocated to the office of president. This is the state of the nation that we have. Today, a government that said that borrowing was a lazy man's approach to governance, and that if governance was all about borrowing money to come and pay salaries and then pay workers, 18-year-old of Eslewusu could also rule Ghana. And that Ghana there was money because we were sitting on money. We didn't need to borrow money to develop this country. President Akufo-Addo said that yet is come here. Today, look at us. The Ghanaian is more hungry than he used to be under John Mahama. Today they borrowed more than all the presidents put together, from Nkrumah to John Mahama. Put all of them together. They all borrowed 120 billion in over 50 years. President Akufo-Addo in just 5 years, what he has borrowed is more than all the governments put together from Nkrumah to John Mahama. That is the kind of state we have. That's the state of Ghana we are in today. That is what Ghana is today. From 120 billion to over 350 something billion in just 5 years. He has borrowed more than 220 billion in 5 years. What do you have to show for it? Nothing.
But the borrowing is not borrowing on his own. He's doing that to develop the country.
And where is the development?
Are you not feeling it?
Where is it? I'm asking you.
Are you not feeling the development?
I can't even see it.
Here's the case that we have our share. Not only we have our share by giving us a.
How much is it? How much is it? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Take this over a flyover from the borrowed money and see how much is left. I am telling you on authority that 2017 budget, 2018 budget, 2019 budget, 2020 budget, 2021, 2022. All the flagship programs of the MPP, free SHS, one village, one dam, one district, one factory, NAPCO, forestry, all these programs put together for the last 5 years, President Akufo-Addo and his government, they've spent 42.8 billion Ghana cedis on all these flagship programs.
It's still spending.
I've added 2022, and I'm saying that it is 42.8 billion.
Right.
Take 42.8 billion from 224 billion that they have borrowed. How much is left? Over 180 billion is left of borrowed money. Where is that 180 billion? Put that aside. Our oil money, every year 1.5 billion. $1.5 billion times 5. That will give you about $7.5 billion. Convert $7.5 billion into cedis today. You get about 37 billion Ghana cedis. Where is that money? Finance Minister says he doesn't know where the money is. Taxes from our ports, from salaries of workers, from the market, from toll booths, from whatever, from banks, from taxes. In the last 5 years, they have raised 169 billion Ghana cedis from taxes alone. So here, 37 billion from our oil money, 169 billion from taxes, local, yes. 224 billion borrowed from outside. Put all these things together, over 400 billion in 5 years. Where is the money?
This morning,
Where
I'm
is the
speaking
money?
to Mr. Yehuda, aka
Kesmionline.
Bex teacher from the NDC side. We're expecting Baba Chairman this morning to join us. It's so unfortunately he's not here. At the same time, Afa Jamal from PPP is also not here, and we don't know what is keeping them outside there. It's 28 after 9. So it means that the president, State of National Address, has nothing to do with Ghanaians.
Oh, look, you see this, he's coming to just, if I were Nana Akufo-Addo, I'll just tell Ghanaians that Ghanaians, please forgive, I'll apologize to Ghanaians.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Yes, forgive me.
For what?
You know, President Kufuor was very matured. President Kufuor said that when he was in opposition and was not in office, he did not know that government and governance was different. He did not know that propaganda outside and real governance was different. He didn't know. So President Kufuor apologized to the people of this country for appointing over 70 to 80 ministers.
Nana Adu can equal this too.
So that's why I'm saying that today, if I were him, I would apologize to the people of this country for letting them down. But you know this man and his big ego, he will never apologize.
He's already for that.
He is very arrogant, he will never apologize. Even in the midst of all these lies that have been exposed, all these failed promises, all this abysmal performance by Nana Akufo-Addo, he will never apologize to anybody. He will never do it because he's not the type that apologizes for his mistakes. He is never wrong. Look, he has succeeded in polluting the minds of the MPP communicators. They are also not apologetic. They don't apologize because they see that they are never wrong. And that is why we are where we are today. If they were sincere today, he would have apologized to the people of this country for letting them down. Somebody who said he will restore the value of the cedi. Today the cedi is the worst currency in Africa, the worst performing currency in Africa. All the top currencies in Africa, the cedi is last under Nana Akufo-Addo. So he should be apologizing for that. But that is the state of Ghana today.
All right.
Our cedi is the worst performing currency in Africa. The last.
It's not performing at all.
The last. If your child is last in class, that's how last our cedi is. That is the state of Ghana today. 2. Today, when Ghana goes outside to borrow money, nobody is willing to lend money to Ghana because they say we cannot pay. That we have borrowed so much that we can no longer even pay our debt.
We are not even paying our debt.
So they cannot even lend us money again. People don't even care about Ghana and how we want to borrow money again.
And I think it's the reason why this current government doesn't want to go to the IMF.
They floated bonds yesterday or the day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday.
Expecting to raise 2 point something billion. They got less than 1 billion Ghana cedis. Even with the policy rate increased by Bank of Ghana, our bonds were still not attractive to the people outside of this country. Why? Because Ghana has borrowed itself into a deep hole, and Ghana is no longer attractive for foreign investment. That is the state of Ghana today. 3. Unemployment is at its highest of the high, all-time high.
Highest peak.
Under John Mahama it was 7.5.
Unemployment rate.
Yes, today it is over 12% under the
let me come in here.
Yes, come in.
Unemployment rate, and I see, but is there not a reason why the current administration brought in this NAPCO, that forestry? So I understand he brought those policies to reduce the unemployment rate.
Look, check the 2020 budget of Nana Akufo-Addo. Ken Ofori-Atta tells us that Nana Addo has given 83,000 plus jobs. A little over 83,000 people have been added onto the government payroll in 4 years.
Okay.
Now check the 2017 budget statement again by Ken Ofori-Atta. He says in that budget that John Dramani Mahama has employed 112,673 people.
Which year was that?
2017.
Okay.
Ken Ofori-Atta's own budget,
Okay.
2017 budget.
Okay.
Appendix 7A. You see, MPP and NDC, there's a difference. NDC communicators speak and give you the references, so you can check for yourself.
Do your full out checkup.
MPP, they speak with propaganda and lies and deception. They don't give reference points. So I am quoting from their own budget. 2017 their own budget, 2020 their own budget. That John Mahama, Ken Ofori-Atta is telling us that John Mahama has employed more people than Nana Akufo-Addo. So with NAPCO, Corruptco, forestry, whatever, all the corruption programs, Ken Ofori-Atta is telling us that John Mahama has employed more people than Nana Akufo-Addo in the 2017 and 2020 budgets. They should check Appendix 7A. This was not written by NDC, it was written by MPP Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. You understand? Very good. Today, unemployment is over 12%. It's about 12.7%. And then Nana Akufo-Addo. Shehu, are you surprised? Didn't you see the job fair in Accra? Where our youth, in their attempt to enter the hall, the job fair hall, they broke glasses and had their bodies cut. Blood was all over the place in just their attempt to get job. When there was a job fair at the stadium in Accra, I've forgotten the name of the stadium.
Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
Yes, there's another one. Oh, forgotten the name of the stadium, but it doesn't matter. We saw the queues, the long queues, long queues. Let's come to Tamale, the new sports stadium. When they floated
Ali Mama
Stadium. Look at the people who thronged there for jobs. You understand? That is the state of Ghana today.
Accra is a Ohilijan stadium.
Very good. That is the state of Ghana today. Unemployment is higher than before. We have never recorded over 12% unemployment under the Fourth Republic. Today, Nana Addo has given us over 12% unemployment rate. Corruption. Corruption.
What's the essence of the NAPCO forestry?
All are useless programs, with all due respect. Because look, whereas somebody is taking a degree to earn over 2,000 cedi a month, Nana Akufo-Addo has refused to give the teeming youth of this country permanent jobs so that they can also earn 2,000 cedi plus. He has given them NAPCO, which is a temporary job, and they are taking less than 800 cedi a month. And even as we speak today, it is in arrears.
And as we speak today, a lot like the NAPCO, those people that they employ earlier, and this time government is going to make them a permanent.
How many months? We are in 2022. Government of Nana Akufo-Addo promised to make them permanent in 2020 when he was seeking re-election. That was after John Mahama has put inside our manifesto that all NAPCANs will be made permanent job people, so that they will be civil servants or public servants.
Who made that promise?
John Mahama made the promise, and it is in our manifesto, 2020 manifesto, that all those who were under NAPCO will make permanent job. They will be given permanent jobs.
Okay.
Because we said that, they also came out and said that they brought NAPCO, so they are also going to make them permanent. 2 years into the administration, NAPCANs don't know their fate. As we see today, they are in arrears of over 4 months.
NAPCO.
Yes. Just 700 cedis a month. Oh, this government cannot even pay it timely for them to use it for their needs. You understand? That is the kind of lies and deception I was talking about. This government believes in lies and propaganda and deceit. That's all they are good at. 2 years down the line, they have not given them permanent placement. They are still NAPCO, allowance. Is that fair to them? It is not fair. Was that the social contract they entered into with this government? No. The government promised them permanent jobs. 2 years down the line, they are still what? NAPCANs. 700 cities a month. And that money too doesn't even come very often. You understand? Look at the size of government.
The beneficiary, they appreciate that.
Oh.
That none, my brother.
Sure. It is not about you appreciating something. It is about what you were promised. You understand? Yes, it is about what you were promised. If you say, please give me power, I'll give you 1 series, and I give you the power, and you don't give me the 1 series, you have betrayed my trust.
Surely.
That is what MPP has done to the NAPCO trainees. They were promised permanent jobs. Permanent jobs in 2020. Where are the jobs? Even the allowance that they are still on, they don't get it timely. I'm saying that the NAPCANs are owed over 3 months, 4 months arrears.
And the reason behind the allowance not coming.
Yes.
What's the reason behind it?
The government has chopped all the money.
The money is not in the system.
They have chopped all the money. They have chopped all the money. And when you ask them where is the money, they want to blame it on coronavirus. Look, I swear, on the day of judgment, coronavirus will take Nanado's government and put them before God for judgment.
And some will say that all you politicians, you're all the same.
No, we are not the same. Why are we not the same? John Mama used 6.4 billion in 4 years and gave us 16 district hospitals. Nana Akufo-Addo has not constructed even a single district hospital in 5 years. With 224 billion.
He has cutting salt to solve the hospitals.
So listen to me carefully. I said he has not constructed.
No.
I'm not talking about cutting salt. I know he's the cutting salt giant.
Cutting
As for cutting salt, he's a giant.
The issue is if we come out to cut the salt, you really should. It tells us that it's in the power.
He cut a sword in Ashanti region in 2018. As we see today, there's not even a single block laid on that plot of land for their Agenda 88, now Agenda 111. In 2018, he cut the sword. 2020 again, he went to that same village and cut the sword again. 2 sword cutting in 1 district. Today, they still don't have a hospital. John Mama borrowed 56.4 billion and he has 16 district hospitals. Nanado 224 in 5 years, not even 1 district hospital. John Mama can boast of the 1 regional hospital. Nanado has built not even 1 regional hospital. Upper West Regional Hospital, Nanado has not built 1. Upper East Regional Hospital, Nanado has not built 1. Ridge Hospital, Nanado has not built 1. Bank of Ghana Hospital, Nanado has not built 1. University of Ghana Medical Center, Nanado has not built 1. 22 polyclinics, Nanado has not built 1. 123 E-blocks at various stages of completion, Nanado has not built 1 of the senior high school he promised. He promised to construct 360. New senior high school from scratch. Not even 1 has been constructed. Yes. He promised to give every district a factory. Tamale Central, where is our factory? Sandargo, where is their factory? Tamale North, where is their factory? He promised to give every constituency $1 million every year. 5 years down the line, Tamale Central, where is our $5 million? Tamale North, where is their $5 million? Tamale South, where is their $5 million? He promised to reduce borrowing. Today we have over-borrowed. He promised to restore the cedi to the dollar 1:1. Today a dollar is almost 8 Ghana cedis to $1. A dollar is almost 8 Ghana cedis. Under John Mahama it was 372 pesos. And Nanado said it was as a result of bad leadership. That's why we're buying a dollar at 372 pesos. Today we are buying a dollar at almost 8 cedis. So that is a worse leadership, not bad, the worse leadership, worse. Today, he is living like an Arabian king, charting flight, luxurious flights, and asking us to tighten our belt. He and his ministers don't even have belt hooks to tighten. They don't have belt hooks. to tighten their belt. And he's asking Ghanaians to tighten their belt. They have no belt hooks. Are they fair to us? Today, his office alone, 3.1 billion Ghana cedis is allocated to his office.
For what?
Government machinery, 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. In 2021, it was 2.5 billion. It has been raised to 3.1 billion in 2022. At a time that they are saying we should tighten our belt and burden share, they are not sharing the burden with us. They increased their salary by about 79%. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes. And increased public sector salaries and wages by just 4%. Article 4 holders. You understand? That is what they are doing to us. Today, how much is a bag of rice? How much is a bag of corn? How much is a gallon of oil? How much is a bag of cement? How much is the cost of iron rods for building or construction? Today, how much is the price of wood at Ababu market, timber market? How much is it? Today, how much is a gallon of petrol? And the John Mama, it was 14 cedis a gallon. Today, it is over 40 cedis a gallon. Petrol, diesel over 40 cedis. Half for diesel is over 50 cedis. Because a diesel is more than 10 cedis a liter. And you need about almost 5 liters to get 1 gallon. So as for diesel, it's over 50 cedis a gallon.
Diesel?
Yes. Petrol over 40 cedis. You understand?
It's 43 minutes past.
So also today, Nanato should just apologize to Ghanaians and say that
you
he's sorry.
listen to Kesmionline conversation time on this particular network. I'll be speaking to Mr. Yehuza, aka Bex teacher, a member of NDC regional communication team here in Northern Region. I was expecting Chairman, Bawa Chairman and Afajama. None of them is here this morning for us to take a look at the training issue in our country. And coming up on the show this morning, Bester, I would love you to add your voice to this particular development and then use it to wrap up and say a goodbye to our listeners.
Okay.
The Supreme Court will on Tuesday, April 5, make a determination on its earlier decision ordering James Kesmi, Member of Parliament, to file his response to an interrogatory injunction seeking to stop him from performing his parliamentary duties.
Yeah. 5th next month, right?
April 5, yeah.
So let's wait for them to pass their judgment. But whatever the case is, the people of Asin North, they've told the whole world that Honorable Kesmi is their MP, and even if the MPP government succeeds in using the courts to get him out of parliament, they will re-elect him to parliament. That is the assurance that they have given to the NDC.
How possible is going to be?
The people the people do the voting and they have spoken. Even when you go to the constituency, as in North, NPP activists are campaigning for Honorable Kesmi.
Like how?
Because they've lost trust and confidence in
Are they not in line with their own party candidate who is there?
Oh, so are you surprised? Go to Ashanti region, some of the constituencies. Go to Formina. They have painted MPP headquarters or MPP party offices with NDC colors. And you see your mama with your mama's poster displayed there. They've repainted the MPP party offices in those places with NDC colors. So don't be surprised that MPP people are campaigning for.
Is the honorable man qualified to contest again?
Yes, because he did no wrong.
On which level?
He has denounced his citizenship as a Canadian. He's a fully fledged Ghanaian. Why did the EC clear him to contest if he was not qualified? Did he clear himself to contest?
And the same thing happened to Abu Sakande.
Abu Sakande, that's not the same thing. Let's get the difference here. Honorable Abu Sakande lied to the people of Ghana that he was only Ghanaian. At that time when he was having 3 nationalities. So he deceived the EC and deceived the people of Boku and stood on the ticket of MPP and won the parliamentary elections. So he deceived Ghanaians and the people of Boku. But Honorable Kesmi acknowledged that he had 2 citizenship and he denounced the Canadian citizenship and showed documents to the EC and the EC granted him the chance to contest. So that is why this one is different from the Boku one. So do you get the difference? So Honorable Sekende deceived and lied to the people of Ghana and Boku. That was why the Lord dealt with him like that. But Jesse Kwesen did not lie to the people of Asin North. He told them he was a Canadian Ghanaian. He had denounced the Canadian citizenship. He submitted the denunciation of the citizenship of Canada to the EC. The EC approved and asked him to contest. So he did no wrong. Maybe the letter from Canada delayed in coming.
Okay.
But he denounced his citizenship as a Canadian in 2019.
Okay.
December 2019, he wrote to Canada denouncing his citizenship as a Canadian in 2019. When did we contest for 2020 election? December 2020. 1 year before the elections. So how can somebody say that Jesse Kwesen did wrong? He did no wrong. So the people of Asin North, they reassured the NDC that they will vote for Jesse Kwesen again to get back to Parliament.
So assuming if they have to conduct a new election in that particular constituency, Jesse will take it for sure.
The margin will even increase. It will increase. The people have solidly reassured the people of the NDC that they will vote massively for Jesse Kwesen to get back to Parliament. If even the court denies him the opportunity to stay in Parliament, they will vote for him again. So there's no cause for alarm.
Really?
The Supreme Court can decide to do anything. They can shamelessly do what they are doing. Nobody cares. Yes, but time will expose everybody in this country.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'll come back to you in the G3. Morning Star is in association with this particular program. So in about a few minutes time, we'll be saying a goodbye to you on this particular segment. Don't forget, I've been speaking to Mr. Young, a member of NDC communication team, Northern Region, aka Best Teacher. And as a parent or guardian, one thing you can give your word that they will never regret in life is education. Not just education, but quality education, especially at the foundation level. That is the reason why I choose Morning Star International School, because I don't compromise in the education of my ward with a conducive involvement for teaching, learning, and child involvement. Your child has a bright future in this competitive world. Morning Star International School has a world-trained teachers who are patients, love, caring, and will give their almost to your child. Admissions are available in the crèche, kindergarten, the primary level. Locate Morning Star International School in Kumani near Kesmi from Tamale. You can also reach the school on 020303111. Morning Star International School, achieving excellence together with you. In about 9 minutes time, we'll say goodbye to you. And Yehuda is still with me here in the studio. Yehuda, let's take a look at this story and say goodbye to our listeners. Tamale Interchange is not a flyover. MPP MP clarified. The Deputy Majority Whip, who double as a tall member of Parliament, Habib Idris, has maintained that the Tamale Interchange is not a flyover. He explained that the project is interchange and the first of its kind in Tamale. For that matter, to him, it will both trade decongest the area and enhance the movement of vehicles. So, the member of Parliament of Tolong is saying that it's an interchange, it's not flyover, as you mentioned earlier on your submission.
Yes. So, like I said, the NPP, their understanding of the English language is different from what the whole world understands. I told you that when John Mahama said he will review free teachers, they came out and said it meant cancer. So in their dictionary that they are learning, review means cancer. So such a people, if they don't understand the difference between an interchange and a flyover, I can understand them because they have difficulty in understanding English language. So I have no problem with Abib.
That's right.
Because Abib, I know him, he's not a very good listener and he's not a very good speaker of the English language as well.
Really?
Yes. So I'm not surprised.
Don't forget that he's a lawmaker.
Oh, but lawmakers are not infallible. Lawmakers make mistakes. Lawmakers, they are not the most brilliant people in society. Look at the health minister, Ajimaminu. If he was the most brilliant person in the world, why did he go to bring in drugs that were not certified by the FDA? Why did he lie to us that he did not pay money for the Sputnik V vaccine when he had paid over $2 million already? Why did he tell us that when he was doing all this, he was not in his right senses? You understand? So it tells you that members of Parliament are not God. Look at the agreed minister. Look at how he's making noise everywhere. You know what today? Ghana is importing so much. All kinds of foods that we are importing them into this country. Where is the planting for food and jobs? Even corn. A bag of corn today, can you imagine the price? It's about 3 to 4 million Ghana cedis. As for rice, I won't talk about it. And these are the basics that we need for our daily survival. You understand? So these people, I know them for who they are.
Okay.
They know how to twist words. Look at it. Google social intervention. Just Google social intervention, and you see the meaning of that. A school qualifies to be a social intervention. Road, hospital. But in the NPP's dictionary or lexicon, their meaning of social intervention is only NAPCO. Only NAPCO or free CHS. That is their meaning of a social intervention. NAPCO or free CHS. Forestry, very good. But the English people are telling us that it is their language. And when they say social intervention, it means that anything that government will do to make the life of its citizens better is a social intervention. So when you build a school for students to go in and sit down and learn, it's a social intervention. Hospital, social intervention. Market, social intervention. A good road, social intervention. Hospital, social intervention. But MPP says no, it is only free CHS and NAPCO. That is social intervention for them. So they have an understanding of the English language differently from how the English people speak their language. And so I can understand them. They can choose to call it an interchange. But those who have traveled to Accra, they know what an interchange is. You understand? We here in the north, we are as equal as those in the south. We deserve interchange. If they really want to give us interchange, they should give us an interchange, not a flyover and call it an interchange. They cannot deceive us. Habib, I understand Habib. I know him, and so he has a difficulty in appreciating the language that we are speaking. So it's okay for me.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Folks, we had Mr. Yewuza, aka Best Teacher and member of NDC communication team here in Northern Region. The time of permittance on today's edition of the show. I appreciate you, brother, for passing through this morning. We hope to catch you some other time next week for another excitement analysis here on this particular network. Well, we thank you so much for passing. Right, folks, we appreciate each and everyone for placing his down on this particular network. Osman Al Hussein has been my name. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow as I come your way with the Kesmi morning text edition. The show was executively produced by Mr. Kesmi Ibrahim. Together we say a very big thank you and millions thanks for each and everyone who do make a time with us this morning. Drop me tomorrow for another excitement edition of Kesmi Morning. Osman